So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the session of this particular series of bioinformatics. And today we will be talking about a very relevant aspect of alignment. In past lectures, we had discussed about the different segments of alignment, whether it is dot matrix, what we had talked about, whether it is unitary matrix, what we had talked about, whether it's the dynamic programming pairwise alignment, what we had talked about, or the global algorithm that we saw in form of Needleman and Wunsch, the local algorithm that we saw in form of Smith and Waterman. So see, all those theory part culminate to a single platform, a tool which is provided to us so that we can perform using these algorithms different functions. And that is our job today, to understand the very two basic tools or the traditional tools that are called as BLAST and FASTA. What is BLAST? BLAST, if you talk about what aim we are talking about here, by the end of this series, by the end of this lecture, the main aim of today's thing is you should be having a clear-cut understanding how to use, what are the different uses, what applications are there for this, how to use BLAST, first of all, for your alignment and for your studies, what are the parameters that I'm talking about, and how to use FASTA, how to use FASTA. Now this FASTA will be discussing both the things in detail, and by the end of the lecture you will be able to know everything regarding that. So what is BLAST? Let's start with BLAST. BLAST is nothing but it's a tool which is provided on the NCBI server. It is hosted at the NCBI portal, which is nothing but the local alignment search tool. It's the basic local alignment search tool which was designed by Altschul, and then it's being used to search the databases and satisfy your query. That is the whole sole motto of BLAST. Now what it does, it will take your query, whether it's DNA in nucleotide or whether it's protein. It will match to the database and bring you the best suited matches in descending order. So what it is used for? We use it regularly to predict the homology or sequence similarity, and we also use it for identifying the functions, whether we want to identify the similar 3D structures. So based on my aim, I use BLAST for different purposes. Now, if you talk about BLAST, see, if we talk about BLAST, the prediction power or the accuracy is higher for the protein if you talk about compared to your nucleotide sequences. Why? Because when we are talking about functional part and the 3D structural part, that information is best suited by the protein BLAST scenario. And that is the reason why people talk so much about protein profile. Then let's talk about the features. It's basically working on the local alignment tool. If it's working on local alignment, we understand that it's working on Smith and Waterman, and the substitution matrices that we have read, that is PAM and BLOSSOM. So we will be seeing while we'll be going live on the tool, that what are the different matrices that are available in the recent options. Now what it does, how it does, let's see. I have a query and I have plenty full of the sequences in the databases. So its first job is to identify the similar regions, identify the local similar regions. So what it does, it fixes certain local regions and it tries to find the similarity of these regions first among the pool of the database sequence. Now suppose from the pool only these two showed the similarity with these two selected regions, So what it does, it has now filtered out these two sequences from the remaining pool. And once these two have shown the alignment, once these two have shown the similarity region, now it will start extending the alignment, and now it will enter into global mode. And that is the reason why this is relatively faster, because if you are starting from one to end, it takes huge time. But see, if these are 4, you have to match one by one the complete sequence 4 times. Now what you have to do, you just have to match 2 times. So your complete time is now reduced to half. And that was the main purpose of local alignment. That was the main purpose. So what is the assumption that we are talking about? What is the assumption that we are talking about? It's the basic assumption is based on this selection of words, is based on the selection of short regions that we are talking about here. Now, we say that these short stretches of identical letters, these short stretches are actually will be giving you a very high scoring alignments, will be giving you high scoring alignments. So what we are saying that if we match these short segments, we'll be getting a good score alignment. So that is the assumption. It might be the case that it might not give you a good score alignment also, but the basic assumption that is followed while BLAST is high scoring segment pairs. High scoring segment pairs, the things which we call it as HSP, high scoring segment pairs. There's a segment and the scoring should be high. It's above the threshold, then only it will be filtering out. So that is the reason why BLAST is extremely fast. It is hosted in NCBI server that we'll be seeing in just a while, and FASTA that is talked about is hosted in EBI. Then it, although it's a local alignment, so it does not guarantee, we cannot say it's 100% accurate in terms of your best alignment. It does not guarantee you the best alignment between the query and the database. Fine, it may miss certain matches, but it's because the strategy is very fast. So the most of the matches in this way are very accurate, and we get a certain prediction. So when we are talking about BLAST, it works into two phases. First phase, it looks at small sequences and then it starts extending the similarity region, and that is the representation here. So what is happening now? We are looking at short stretches which are showing the similarity, and then we are extending the portion. So when we'll be seeing the portal, you'll be seeing that there are different types of BLAST options that are given to you. There are 5 types options that are given to you. BLAST P, where you are using a protein sequence. BLAST N, where you are using the nucleotide sequence and henceforth. And then there are other form of BLAST that are called as Mega, Psi, and Phi BLAST. So when we are talking about BLAST X, the BLAST X is nothing. The BLAST is nothing, but what you are doing, you are using query as nucleotide. Your question is in the form of nucleotide sequence and you want to match it with the protein database. T-BLAST-N, you have a manually translated nucleotide sequence and you want to match it with the database. You do want to match with the database. So what I am saying that if your aim is you have a protein amino acid sequence and you want to match it with the database which contains the simulation translation of nucleotides, translated nucleotides. That process can be done using T-BLAST. And then if you have the other part, if you want to use the nucleotide to match the translated protein databases, and that way you can go for T-BLAST X. That will be seen in just a while. So this is a summary that the query type for nucleotide to nucleotide, traditional BLAST-N, protein matching, BLAST P. If you are using nucleotide to match or convert it to a particular protein, that is BLAST X. T-BLAST-N, you have a protein sequence, you want to see which nucleotide sequence, the conceptual translation part is there. You are matching the protein with the nucleotide part that you can see. Then if you have both the conceptual part, you have the conceptual nucleotides, you want to match it with the conceptual nucleotides, translated nucleotides. Then of course it's called as T-BLAST X. And the computational time, this is very fast, these are much longer, and the maximum time approach is provided in this particular scenario. And the other advanced part are Mega, Psi, and Phi. Now what is Mega, Psi, and Phi? See, it's just a program which is, Mega always works with, first of all, with the DNA sequences. Psi and Phi, we are talking about the protein part. You must be familiar with Psi and Phi. These words you have heard as dihedral angles in Ramachandran plot. So that is the correlation that you can provide here. So what is Psi-BLAST? If you are more interested in identifying the protein similarity based on a certain specific positions. So if you have a fixed motif or a domain, if you want to blast it or use it for matching, then it is Psi-BLAST. And if you want a certain pattern is there which you want to hit and see, that which pattern of this particular protein is belonging. I give you an example. If you have a protein, you saw a pattern, and that particular stretch you use it to identify whether this protein is belonging to already known family or not, or what type of family is this. You went for blast and you observed that this particular short stretch is similar to the structure that you see in immunoglobulins, and that's why you can categorize your query sequence into immunoglobulin family, superfamily. So that is how we characterize proteins if we want to go for short stretch. Fine. So that is all brief, just a brief about BLAST. And then about FASTA, it's another tool similar to BLAST. There is nothing the difference will be seeing that it is being hosted at EBI, designed by Lipman and Pearson, and it gives you fast alignment compared to BLAST. But then again, the more the fast, more the pace, less is the accuracy. What we talk about here. Then again, what it does, let me show you. Let me show you in a very brief format. It will first of all use the algorithm. It will see where is the diagonal regions that are showing you the similarity part. It will predict all the diagonals, and then it will start refine. Now, after predicting the diagonals, it will recalculate the score to summarize these diagonals into much linear format, of this type. And then again, it will start aligning the remaining part and will give you a perfect alignment. So what it does, first of all, it prepares the list of words that are used to go for short alignment, called as K tuple values. It will select the K tuple that we read in the previous lecture, 3 to 6 for the nucleotides and 1 to 2 for amino acids. And then based on the high scoring hits, it will select the sequences. And then those selected sequences will be used for extension or identifying the complete alignment. And this is how it does. First of all, it is identifying where are the diagonals that are the similarity regions. Then it starts rescoring, sees which is actually the best diagonal that I can extend, to achieve a complete alignment. And then it will eliminate all the noise or the short alignments that I am observing in the matrix, and then finally it will give you a complete alignment after creating gaps and narrowing the segment to give you a proper Smith and Waterman alignment. So there are different types of FASTA. FASTA P for protein, T FASTA A, simple thing. T FASTA A, I am using it to match protein with the nucleotide database. FASTA F. Now this is very good too. What is FASTA F? It will actually compare your peptide fragments. If you don't have a complete protein, you can use the peptide fragments. After a cleavage of the protein, you can use the peptide fragments to go for the similarity search. So the bands or the sequencing bands that we get in electrophoresis, those small bands can also be taken, sequenced, and can be used for alignments rather than going for complete part. And there is again an advanced set for TFAST F, where we are matching the ordered peptide to the DNA database. So depending upon your query and interest, different types were designed. But then again, for every time, an input algorithm is to be incorporated. Computer or the algorithms will not decipher by themselves that what is your aim. So you have to generate separate window, you have to generate separate platform for your aim, for every of your aim. So that is all in the theoretical part. Let us move directly right now to your segment where we'll be talking about your aspect of BLAST and FASTA. So I've opened the window, I'm going to the browser, I'm simply typing BLAST. Enter. So after BLAST enter, the first hit what you get is always the tool that is there, the BLAST, and you can see the web address. It's hosted at NCBI's site. Once you open it in a new tab, you will be able to clearly see that you will get the preamble or the image of NCBI and that particular tool. See here. So the principal window what you get, let me first close this particular part. The principal window what you get is the tool which is hosted at NIH in NCBI's domain. So What is here? The complete information. If you want to read more about BLAST, what is BLAST? It is written here. That's a local similarity searching tool that is used. There are 4 types that what they have listed to you. If you want to match nucleotide to nucleotide, it's nucleotide BLAST. For protein, there is a separate protein BLAST. Fine, algorithm is same, but if on algorithm, whether to write ATGC or to write the name of the amino acid, or one ATGC, one axis of ATGC, another axis for protein, that information is to be put in the form of an algorithm. And based on that, this is protein matching BLAST. Then we have BLASTX, where the translated nucleotides, the conceptual translations what we have done are matched with the protein databases. And then we have T-BLASTed, where the proteins are actually matched with the conceptual translations. So that is all about the BLAST. Then apart from these traditional things, we have another category that is present in this particular segment, which you can explore in your time. See, if you want to go for global alignment, you are not interested in any kind of local similarity. The thing is in front of you. You have to compare the 2 sequences based on Needleman. Once you click on this, and the tool will open. Then if you want that your proteins that you are going for alignment, they should be highly similar. I don't want any kind of spurious or less similar sequences, then you can go for Smart BLAST. If you are looking for immunoglobulins specifically, you can go for IG BLAST or T cell receptors. If you are talking about multiple alignment, but that will be talking about subsequent lectures, you can go for multiple alignment moving. If you are more interested in conserved domains or conserved sequences to see whether your identified region is going for certain similarity part, that you can use for CD search. So multiple specialized options are there. Multiple specialized options are always there that you can use from this particular format. But first of all, let us go to the simplest format. Let's go to the Protein BLAST and let's start the exercise. So I clicked on Protein BLAST. The standalone window will be open. This is the main principal page. Now you see here all the 5 type of BLAST portions are listed here. If you want to enter protein, you should be on the active page of BLAST-P. If you are entering nucleotide, then I'll be using BLAST-N. Now, here you can put your sequence. The sequence, if you have copied it, you have to put it in FASTA format, or you can browse your sequence with the accession number. Or if you have identified in your lab, then you can choose the file here and then upload the sequence. So let's talk about, let's go to the UniProt and let's pick the sequence. Let's pick the sequence of our interest. Let's talk about a protein that we should pick. Let's pick, let's see Homo sapiens portion. Let's pick the sequence directly. Let's go and pick the sequence from the FASTA format. Let us see a small portion, what it is resembling. So let's see. I just randomly have picked up this sequence. Whether this shows any similarity, I am intentionally not going for complete sequence picking. Let's pick only a bit. Now, let's go to the protein and see. So I have given a sequence. Now I'll show you what it is. Now the job title, it is automatically taken. This is a job title. You can give the job title as per your name. Now, see what you want to choose. There are certain set of databases. What is there? If you use NR, it is not redundant protein sequences. It will search all the databases that are available with the BLAST, and it will give you the complete result. If you are specific in a certain kind of model organism, you can select that organism. If you want your search specifically to be targeted towards only Swiss prot, then you have to select the portion of the Swiss prot, and that portion will only be focused in that section. If I'm interested in structural similarities, I'll be focusing on this particular section, that is protein data. So there, if I'm interested in suppose transcriptomics, then I'll be using short proteins. So depending upon your choice, you can use, and if you're not aware of any particular criteria, then by default you can use NR database. If you want to exclude something, you can exclude. Like if you want to exclude the sequences that are non-considerable, just a sample sequence, you can remove them. Then coming to the algorithms that are available. See here, protein position specific iteration, SciBlast. If you are looking for pattern specific iteration, is SpiBlast. If you are looking for fastidious process, then you can go for QuickBlast. Or if you want to go with the normal algorithm, you should use BLAST P, that is protein blast. If I am looking for a certain domain, I will incorporate the sequence of a domain, and then I want to go for domain searching, then I can use Delta Blast. Fine. So I selected show result in new window and I went for blast. Let it get the result compiled. Then you see here the parameters what blast uses. So the maximum target it will be showing you is 100. You can manipulate that number of target sequences. Then what is the expected threshold? The threshold is actually 0.05. And if you want to read more, what is this threshold? See here. They will be giving you the complete tutorial of this particular expected number, that this expected value which I'll be telling you is actually the probability of getting this match by chance. That is called as E value. That I have got the blast has given you an answer, and you are saying how assured are you? And blast is saying the probability of getting this particular answer by chance is 0.05. That means 95% assurity is there that this answer is achieved by actually aligning the sequences. And then again, that size of K tuple can be 2, 3, 6 depending upon your nucleotide, whether you're using nucleotide or you are using protein. Then other scoring matrices, see here, whether you are using PAN or BLOSUM. If you are not selected anything, by default BLAST will always take PAM 30 or BLOSUM 62. I can choose which matrix I want to use. If I want to see the highest similarity indices, I can use BLOSUM 80. So that is the scenario. So Rhythm and Shamli, we will take a short break of 10 minutes, and please be active on this particular link. So we were discussing regarding this particular aspect here, right? So we were talking about your blast and faster, and in this particular section we will be talking about your particular aspect of how to utilize the web-based tool. So we had a very clear understanding that how we are going about. So in this particular scenario, we had taken the sequence and we had incorporated this particular part in the place where it is required, and we are discussing completely. So let us see what is the result that we obtain. See, the result is appearing in this particular manner. What is the manner? It will be giving you the job title. It is giving you the program which you have used. It is giving you what type of molecule you used and what was the length of the amino acids that you have taken. And then it is giving you a summary of the best hits. Now, based on your 53, you are seeing that the sequence what you took is more similar to gorilla, and then it starts coming with the isoforms, different isoforms of Homo sapiens, and then we have different what you can say matches that are there. Now let us talk about the matching. Now see here, the score. What is the score? The score that is observed after alignment. Then we have E value. E value is expected value that I told you, that the probability of having E value by chance, probability of having this particular result by chance is called as E value. Is called as E value. So you see, this is the complete detail that we observe. Then we have percent identity, that whether this sequence is identical or it has certain differences. You see 100% identity. Then we are observing somewhere 99.6, somewhere 99.2%. So henceforth you will be seeing that yes, the similarities are on a higher side, and that is why it is following a common function of tumor suppressor gene in multiple organisms, right? Then there are certain organisms where the E value is also less, and then again the percentage similarity is very less. So this is how the appearance of the table will be looking in BLAST. Then we have a graphical summary. Now this is the graphical summary that you'll be getting. The red thing is showing you the matches greater than 200. If the number is from 80 to 200, then it will be showing you in pink color. And then the alignments. Let's see here. This is how the alignment is going. See, query with database, query with database. So it is showing you the matched sequence, and that is why it is called as pairwise alignment. And then let us talk about here. There is a complete match what they are showing. They are showing that 252, your query are aligning with 252 of the database. That means it's 100% identity and there is no gap. Let us observe another sequence if it's available in this particular section, in which perhaps we can easily see the other gaps. So you see here, it took time to load. Then let's talk about certain gaps if they are there. So see what it is showing. It is showing that there is number of matches. There is one. You use this particular length, and then the result is in front of you. The result is in front of you. So currently we are not observing gap is there. Then you'll be seeing dots in form of gaps. The alignment portion will be there. Or perhaps I can show you by reducing the length. Let's see. We are reducing this, and then we are going for BLAST. So that this is how the complete pending state is given. If you have initiated the BLAST, it will be taking certain time to perform the alignment and then give you the best result. And then based on its searching, it will keep on updating you. So meanwhile, when it performs the alignment, let us go back to the BLAST window and see that what this scoring parameters, till scoring parameters, we already established it. Apart from the scoring parameters, the filters that you can apply is the low complexity region, where the complexity is very less. You can just apply the filter and can go about. So that is the thing of BLAST. And let us allow this BLAST to run, and let us focus on the other part, that is your FASTA. That is your FASTA. So I have typed FASTA, and the first tool that I got here is opened in this particular format. So you see that the site is EMBL EBI. The site is EMBL EBI, and then using the EMBL EBI, the FASTA is hosted here. Now you see the index that you can choose the database with which you want to run the complete set, whether you are going about UniProt Tremble, or we are talking about UniProt in which only SwissProt is focused, or we are talking about specifically for COVID diseases or patents if you want to search, or structural database you want to search. You can select any. Now based on this, I am pasting the sequence that I selected. I directly pasted the sequence here, and the format is again FASTA format. You can choose if you want to go for DNA or RNA from this section. Then you have to set the parameter. Now go to more options and see the parameters. Program you are running is FASTA. There are different types that you can do, but you are running FASTA. Metrics, there are n number of metrics. Advanced metrics is also. If you doesn't know anything, you can go for Blossomity. Let's talk about Blossomity. The gap opening penalty. The gap is opened, the penalty is -10. If it is extended, the penalty is -2. The K tuple value is 2 that we had discussed in case of protein. If you choose DNA, it will turn to 3 to 6. The expectation is the threshold number that you want in terms of your mismatch, in terms of your matching scenario. So if you are not aware what are these are all active links. You can click on any of it and you can read what you mean by gap extended, right? Then DNA strand, we are not choosing. If you want a histogram, yes or no, you can put. You want statistical estimates, yes, you always want statistical estimate. And which stat you want? By default, it will always give you regression based analysis. and the rest is again normal thing. Then you submit this, and then it will start taking the input file. It will start taking the input file, and then it will showcase you the result. So coming back to the BLAST, which we wanted to show you the alignment in terms of gaps. So see here, the gap is now come. So what it is showing, there are 38 gaps for the alignment. So the gap representation will be represented in this particular format. The gaps are represented in this particular format. See the gaps that are coming here. See the gaps that are coming here. So this is how the query will be matched with each and individual subjects, and then you will be getting the complete iteration of it. Next, in this particular category, if you want to study the taxonomy part, you can go to taxonomy and see what are the different species that they have taken care of, what are different species that you will be getting. Then, if you want other reports, suppose you want to study the phylogenetic tree, then I click on distinct tree of result and I observe the complete tree will be formed here. You see, complete tree is given to you based on your sequence, and the methodology what they are using, they will also show the complete methodology. And of course, we will not be teaching you using BLAST for a phylogenetic tree, but we'll be using you specialized softwares like Mega 6 or Mr. Bayes that are used for phylogenetic tree estimation. So coming back, this is all about the BLAST portion. Talking about the result of FASTA, you get the result of FASTA in this particular format, somewhat similar, but much more advanced when you're talking. So positive and E value are same. The E value is representing the expected value, that this is by chance that we are talking about. And then we have different options. Let's see. If I click this particular aspect, I'll be going to the UniProt page. So what it is giving you? It is giving you the link, which is the perfect match, and that sequence is giving to you. You can directly go to the UniProt page. Now, if I want a visual output, it will be giving you a visual output. See how the matches are coming. What is the E value for the complete perfect match? I am getting red color. If this similar regions which are not similar, these are blue color regions that are there. Then we have functional predictions. If you want to predict the function of what your sequence is doing, you see, we click on the functional prediction and you will get n number of hits based on the that it's a tumor suppressor antigen or it's a tumor suppressor protein that is there. Then it is used as DNA homolog. It's involved in DNA repair also. So this is how you predict the structure of even of your unknown sequence. Even if you have a known sequence, you can predict the structure. And this is the complete list of the alignment that is given to you sequentially. And this is how alignment is represented in this particular format. So you see, you can easily see that the remaining portions are not matched. So there are gaps, and the perfectly matched portions are represented by column. And similarly, you will see that you will get a pairwise alignment research. And the mismatch, if you see closely here, let's talk about this particular residue. Let's talk about this person. V is not matching with I. That's why there is a single dot. There is no colon. So perfectly match a colon, mismatch dot, and if there is no match, gap is there. It is represented as line. It is represented as line. So that is how the complete answering of alignment is provided. And then what else? You see, it is clearly showing that the Smith-Waterman algorithm score that they obtained is 1437, which is showing 95 equivalent to 95% identity. So it gives you the actual algorithm score also in order for you to interpret which one is more near to your sequence. And then what sequence you have submitted, it will give you the complete detail also. That what parameter they used, what is the parameter that you use for as input. So the complete information will be there at your hand. So user wise, more information is provided when you're talking about this particular FASTA format. Of course, there are perks of using BLAST also. Then you can go for nucleotide search, you can go for proteome search or home genome sequence. There are multiple options that are present in this particular category of FASTA. Now you can choose any other part. You can choose UniProt and Tremble, you will get multiple answers. So the options are plentiful here. You can use any specific organism of phyla if you want to use. You can use any clusters if you want to use from UniProt. You can use the patents database if you want. You can use the structure database to match the structure, or other protein databases you can use where different databases links are provided to you. Different databases links are provided to you. So that is the uniqueness of using FASTA, and by using FASTA, you can easily perform all these functions. So if you want to go for genome, let me just showcase you the genome. So in genome, you'll be getting the genome database of different organisms. If you are going to go for eukaryote or archaea, so specific selections or blast is possible, and this is possible only for those genomes which are sequenced. Only for those genomes which are sequenced. Suppose you are interested in patches, you can directly go here. So you will paste the DNA sequence taken from GenBank, and then you will perform your FASTA. So that is in nutshell the complete summary that we wanted to give you when we are talking about the BLAST and the FASTA, and this is how the alignment part is done in this particular section. This is how the complete theory and the alignment converges culminates into what the things are performed. So thank you so much for your listening of this particular session, and we will switch to another session which will again be a very fruitful one for you. Till then, wish you a very happy learning part. I hope the lecture was fruitful.